Hi, welcome to my parlor. Hi, I'm Priscilla Andrews with Prairie Parlor, and today I'm bringing you something a little different. Usually I edit my videos down to be 10 to 12 minutes, hopefully not much more, because time is valuable and a lot of times I do things that you know how to do. But today I'm bringing you a mostly unedited video. I want you to see more of the process. I want you to hear more of my thoughts, silly though they may be, but also it reveals a little bit more of my personality and how I go about things. So let me know how you enjoy this video. If you'd rather have something more edited or something in between, let me know. And let me know how you like this project. I'll be setting more stones into polymer clay in the future too, with many different types of settings. So if you don't like this one, click subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll see the next one, which is going to be a fossil. So thanks for coming back to my parlor, and let's get started.
First, some housekeeping. Let's start off with the supplies. I picked a stone and then I picked the complementary colors to go with it. The texture sheet has leaves and I'm going to make some leaves. You're going to need your extruder with the smallest hexagon disc, and you'll see why later. Make sure one of the tissue blades that you use is the flexible one, and you're going to be using the stiffer one also. You'll be using your awl, a shaper, your X-Acto knife, and a ball-headed tool when you make this pendant. So let's get started. Roll your base color out on the thickest setting of your machine and fold it over. You'll see why we do this is because we're going to be putting it on our texture sheet and rolling it out, and that will make it thinner. So roll it out to the best of your ability and just make sure that you have a really good deep impression, because what we're going to do next is sort of like a Sutton slice, but you're not going to be saving the top. We're just going to be shaving the top off, and that's just going to leave a mica shift impression on our base. This will be the base of our pendant. After you get all of those shaved off, run it through your pasta machine on the thickest setting, and you will see you have a nice impression on a smooth surface. So next, cut out the shape that you have determined will complement your stone. You will see that how this shape works into my main design. There you go. Now let's go live with that audio.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to push the stone in, make sort of an impression, and then I can see where the stone was. So I'm going to cut some space out so that stone can nestle in there a little better. Doesn't have to be the exact size or shape, but just enough to get that stone in there, especially on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use scrap clay here because it's going to be in the middle and you're not going to see it anyway. So I'm just going to use some scrap clay and I'm going to cut the form. Now I'm going to place this on top of that. And one more time, I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm going to just press these edges down so it sits. I rock just a little bit more here so that I can bury that part that sticks up.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some leaves out of this gold, and then use some pearl, and I'm going to make a few leaves out of that. Now, to give these a little more depth, I'm going to take some of my mica powder here, and I am going to apply just a little tiny bit, teeny tiny brush, and I'm just going to take this and apply it kind of down, like that. And now I take some tape, and I'm going to just put it over the top of this. And it's going to lift the color off of the areas that I want lifted off. So it's going to leave just a little bit down in the veins. Okay, now we have all of our leaves tinted with the mica powder. And now I am going to take these two colors and I'm going to put them through my extruder with the smallest hexagon shaped disc. Okay, so what I did is I rolled these out like this, and now I'm just going to twist them together. So I have a nice little rope here, and then that's going to go into my extruder. So here I have this rope. That's wet on one side and wet in the other. And when we use it, we're going to twist it up like that, okay? The first thing I do is I take some of the liquid Sculpey gold, and I'm going to just kind of seal this rock in place. And don't worry, we're gonna cover that later, so I'm not too terribly worried about it, about how it looks. And then we're going to take our vine, and I'm going to twist it a little bit, and I'm going to start it over here because that will be hidden by leaves. And our vine is going to come around the rock like this, and it's going to be on top of that liquid polymer clay so that you can't, and it will help seal the rock in there like that. Now I'm just going to firm everything up, and I'm going to take a paper towel and just clean some of that gold that's squished over. I'm going to clean that up. And the reason that I made these white is because these are the pieces that are going to go on the vine. But first, we need to lay down our leaves. So I'm going to put a little bit of gold on the outside of this leaf. Lay that down so I don't have to wait so long. And this leaf is just going to start right up here. And then I take my tool and I press it down kind of hard so at least it's attached to some places. Now I think I'm going to take one like this, because they don't all have to be the same. Oops, I forgot to put my liquid gold in there. And I think I'm going to put this one
right up here. And don't worry about that dot. You're going to see what I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to take a little more liquid gold here. And I'm going to put another leaf. And we're going to fix it like that right there. Now, you're going to see what we have. We've got the leaves around the rock, and we have the leaves here. Don't worry about that space. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that space. And now we have our rock pretty well positioned in there. And so I'm going to take a piece of this, and this is a little ball, and those holes that we made right there, like that, we're going to have a little ball in there. It just adds a little touch. And we're going to put one right here. Actually, more than one. I always like to put several, and usually an odd number. We're going to put one right here where we put that. Now in this space down here, I'm going to tuck one of these white leaves. See if I can get it in there. There, so we have a little bit of contrast there. But also, what you're going to see when we do that is our rope around the edge. Like I said, I always put more than one. There's a couple in there. I'm going to put one there too, maybe. We'll see. Because now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of this rope, and this rope is going to go around the edge of this pendant with a slight twist. And then where we join it, I'm just going to push those edges down a little bit so the edge isn't sticking up so sharply. And I'll get rid of my fingerprints. Press it up against the edge. And now, you say, what are we going to do about this here? Well, this is where the fun comes in. Because we're going to take this vine, and I'm going to make an angled cut like that. And this vine is going to start right here. And it's going to become its own work of art. twist this way. Gotta get it twisted right. Oh, okay, there we go. Now, just make the end, and you're gonna see, well, let's see, maybe I want to turn this one the other way. There, I like that a little bit better. What do you think? And that is going to end right here. With another leaf. With a couple balls on it. Now, what I'm going to do is see where we might want another leaf to go. One of those, maybe one of those. And again, we push that down, and that's how we make it join. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's fun to put a ball someplace besides the base. I'm going to put another ball here where it joined there. And we're putting a ball right there. And maybe one right there. Now we have to fix this join here. And I'm going to do that by adding another little leaf. And that's going to cover our joint there. So of course we're going to push that in. And I'm going to add a few more little balls there. And now, because I'm not happy with the amount of contrast we have, I would like more contrast. I'm going to take the large end of this bale, and I am going to put a depression in all of these little balls. Okay, I'm going to take some tiny Pendant Deep Sign UV Finish, and I'm just going to pour just a drop out. Well, I didn't mean to put that much in there, but I guess that's what we've got, huh? And this is going to make it all nice and shiny. and leave a blob in a hole instead of just a few things sticking around. So I'm going to put a blob there. Much better. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to put this under the UV lamp for 5 minutes. And then we're going to do the same thing to this. That's going to be our back, where all the dots are. Okay, this is back. It has been cured in the resin lamp, and these are now hard, like little crystals that were put in there. Now I have cut the back out of here, and this is going to go on here like this. So we're going to have a beautiful, we're going to have a beautiful back. But first, I'm going to finish painting it up with this in the leaf areas, like this. I have my back all pretty put together. And now it's going to go on the back of this. And we're going to have a little bit of gray of the scrap clay showing. But don't worry about it, because what we're going to do is take this strip that we had, and we're going to twist it and put it all around the edge here. I'm going to kind of join the sides here, so they are sometimes it helps to run it on that and let its own weight carry that. And this we're just going to join like that. And there we have our pendant, but we're not quite done yet because we need a bail. So what I'm going to do again is take this, and I'm going to take a stick, and we're going to twist and roll a bail. Now I want the beginning and the end to start at the same place here, like this. Push that together, and I'm just going to roll it a little bit just so it moves loosely on my, and now I'm going to take some of my liquid gold, place a thin strip here, and I'm going to place my bail about right there. There. Now We're going to bake it. Now I'm going to bake it in cornstarch because that will allow me to keep its shape. And here we are with our finished pendant.
I sure hope you enjoyed this project. I really enjoy doing them for you, so please come back again. You're always welcome in my parlor.